said about rigging elections and as an activist, how many times have you rejected brief?
Hello friends, those of you who are following Sheikh Husani on Twitter might sometimes come across some comments on his posts like this and also this and this, where he had people have made some comments calling him a transistor radio senator, and you might be wondering where is this thing coming from. Now it is a time to ask a particular question, but before we explain why such things are and why they gave him such a name, let us watch this video first.
My brother friend, and that the mere fact that you were active don't mean that you do well. No, that they did not allow you to be well. No, this has always failed. This has failed. We have seen activists that were given appointments, and yet they failed. When you were in Senate, how did we perform? What was our performance as senators? And you have said about rigging elections and as an activist, how many times have you rejected brief? How many times have you rejected brief? Those who have rigged the election, you have always defended them.
So, as you can see in that video, Bishop Matthew is seen criticizing Sheikh Husani as somebody who is fighting for the rights of his people and is an activist and all that. Even though many of us can't make out the words of the man in the video because he is the first speaker. Now, some clues are already there. Now, the question he asked him there was, when he was a senator representing Kaduna Central, what did he actually do for his people? And that's what will lead us to that particular name, which they call him Radio Transistor Senator. So on January 24th, 2016, a certain senator in Kaduna Central, who is by the name Sheikh Husani, whose picture you see here, has taken on the task of distributing 100,000 transistor radios to his constituents. You know, around the year 2016, some radios are sold for 700, 800, 1,000 naira, and some of them want for 500 naira, depending on how expensive they are. So the news broke out on the internet, and the criticism began. People began to question why they receive all the hundreds of millions every month for their constituents, and they don't produce anything that is meaningful. Many youths are jobless in society, and they don't actually care. People are dying and languishing in poverty, and nobody comes after them. The senators are living rich and living fine off the allocations given to them by the government for his people. You remember in this video, we can say exactly, when you receive briefs, you keep quiet. Now the question then is, what are those briefs? What are the briefs? The briefs you're talking about are briefcases, which are briefcases of money broadcast from the government to the representatives, the senators and the members of the House of Representatives, who should go back home and develop their constituents. But at the end of the day, they do not do it. You remember the other time that a northern senator also distributed wheelbarrows to his own constituents, let them use it and hustle for life. And the other one we also saw where he shared baskets of shoemaking equipment among his own people. Sometimes the question comes, why do these people do this? Do they believe that Nigerians or those they represent are not so educated or worthy enough to receive meaningful grants and opportunities to create jobs and become free individuals or on their own? Or do they have fear or reason that if they should proceed with trying to better the lives of their constituents, those people might become prosperous enough to resist them or even not listen to them again? Now there are two proverbs which I may say now. One said that the desire for more increases with having more. Maybe once they are in authority and they keep pushing the money into their pocket, but they should dip in and better the lives of their own people. They spread it among their relatives and put some in banks for those who are growing up and those who are yet to be born. So there are many Swiss accounts. And one of them, as you can see here, states that it is a thing of propaganda, strategic or proactive action. So you know that they say that what you hear is whom you are. What you hear is how you react. How you react is how you behave. How you behave is whom you are. And the easiest way, as I always say, to control people is to control their emotions and sentiments. once you are able to control people's emotion and sentiment, you are able to grab their action. And if you make those things go in your own favor, you can go as far as you are. So the world does not operate on justice or rationality, rather it operates on emotion and sentiment and that kind of feeling. And people have a preference with that for choice rather than what is necessary. So what people like go first before what should be done. So buying 100,000 radios to distribute among 100,000 people in a little constituency is not something that is just new or something that was just deliberately done to favor them. They are listening to what? The radio FM. Now those who are in the radio FM are being appointed and employed by those in the government. And you cannot fight the one who feeds you. If someone employs you to beat the gong for him, you should beat and deliver exactly what he has told you to do, because you don't deliver a message of freedom with a microphone but by those who oppress you. So when they build the radio FM and employ a manager or a director for it, they tell you the kind of information you should spread to the public and how you should structure it, which happens to all media enterprise on earth, almost all of them, except for few of the different individuals who are not willing or ready to submit their freedom of speech of people to many others. So once they come to the radio FM, people, you should tell them what to tell the people, and you buy the people exactly what they will use to hear it. So you are able to tell them what you already feel or what you think would favor you, and when you tell them exactly that, they react the way you want them to react. Now you give them the instruction according to how they have reacted, and the actions will always favor you, keeping you in power always and always. Someone who has been in a place of authority or been in a high place of fame, popularity, power, or in public offices is like someone who has climbed onto the roof of the house. So every other person is below them, watching them, how you behave, how you act, what you speak, and how you do it. It will always be there. Sometimes the people might not even have the ability to resist you, but the stereotype is always there, and the subtle criticism. Most times it might not have a great effect on your political career and all that, but it does not still stop the fact that people have remarked you to be a bad person in a particular aspect. So somebody who did not use what was given to him to develop the welfare, to develop his people for their own welfare, is particularly known. And if you use the same thing to buy transistor radios or wheelbarrows or shoemaking basket, or you build a borehole that is not working, or schools that can never be opened, or you build a bridge that cannot even last long, but those of you who are there to commission it forced into it, everyone knows. And most times when people cannot be able to face on what is oppressing them, they often go on to make jest of it so that it will lessen their burden and grief. And that's the same thing we saw here. So what happened 9 years ago has lived and remained with the same man. Even though many people love him, many people appreciate the way he speaks out, vouches for the welfare of the people. But others do not like him because they believe he was a hypocrite. But those who love him still listen to him every time. But this time around, he came to defend Bishop Matthew Kukah for what he has said, that you might kill 10 million people and it will not be a genocide. So people, most of them with whom he did not sleep well, reminded him of who he was years ago. At that stage, he was trying to win an appointment from Tinubu, but he would not, because he has not been very active in insulting Peter Obi. Whatever, whichever, he remains the Oga Transistor Radio.